Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing this look inspired by the Pantone Color of the year 2021. That is actually two different colors, Ultimate Gray and Illuminating. So this eye look is very inspired by that. And if you are new here, hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to the world of Beautycraft. And I have new makeup and lifestyle videos every Saturday, under 5-minute reviews every other Thursday, and for this year I'm also going to include some geekiness on one Tuesday a month. So if you like to see that sort of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free and it helps me a lot. And if you'd like to see this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so to start this look, I got you all zoomed in because I'm actually going to start with my eyes first. And I just filled in my brows in a very natural way with the Kiko Precision Eyebrow Pencil in the shade 01. That is this very cool tone, almost black color. And to be completely honest, the shades for this year I think are a little bit complicated in terms of makeup because we have Illuminating, that is a really bright yellow, and then the shade Ultimate Gray. I do really like gray and yellow combined, but in terms of makeup it's kind of a little bit different, and I don't actually have a lot of gray shadows. I hate to admit it that I could probably really use the Jeffree Star Cremated palette for this, but I actually have a palette that I was gifted and that I've actually never tried. I mean, I did some swatches, but I was not very impressed by the quality. That is this palette from the Color Workshop. This is from the brand Markwins International. And this comes with two of these things that I'm just going to throw out. And I would say, for the look of it, this palette is probably trying to be kind of a dupe for the Naked Smokey, I think. I'm not very sure. If you know the Naked Smokey palette, let me know if you think this is similar. But as you can see, it does have some different shades of gray, no pun intended, that I'm going to use. And then for the yellow, I definitely knew what shades of yellow I wanted to use. The first one will be from the Tammy collaboration palette with Revolution that has this yellow shimmer that I absolutely love. And I'm also going to take the Nikki Tutorials X Beauty Babe palette for the shade Vla. That is probably very close to the Illuminating Pantone. But first I need to prime my lids. And if you could tell from this video and from my under 5-minute review on Thursday, I look extremely tired because my dog has been a little bit sick with diarrhea, and she kept waking us up at night for 2 nights straight. But fortunately she's already getting better. I would say we are definitely training for a baby. And I think I haven't mentioned I'm using the Kiko Neutral Eye Base as I usually do. I'm gonna have to practice a little bit with different eyeshadow primers, but not today. So what I think I'm going to do is a smoky eye with gray and then a yellow half-cut crease. I think that will look really good, but I'm trying not to make it too dark. And this also has a plastic protection with the shade names, but I'm just going to point, and I'm going to start with this sort of more light gray to do a transition. And some of these don't seem to be entirely matte, so they seem to have all of them a little bit of a shimmer like this one. But I think we definitely need a little bit of a shimmer in this here, or maybe a lot of a shimmer. So I think definitely the yellow Pantone was a perfect color for this year, because after 2020 we definitely need some brightness and happiness in our lives, and this definitely has a shimmer, but I think it's nice to be different. Although, as I was expecting, the quality of the shadows is definitely not the best. And I'm going to try and do sort of a winged out shape. So it's a transition, it's not too noticeable. Perhaps it did increase a little bit my dark circles, but I'm going to take a darker shade of gray. So I'm now going to take this one, and I'm going to use this one on my crease to start deepening it up. But these are very, very powdery, very, very shimmery. I wasn't expecting this. I have actually done a 50 Shades of Grey inspired makeup. I don't really remember right off the bat what I did for the eyeshadow. I really don't remember. I know I did some sort of ombre lips with black and gray, but for eyeshadow I don't really remember. And I don't love the fact that these appear to have shimmer in all of them, but I am kind of liking the way it's looking. I just wished it was a little bit more matte, but I think I haven't done kind of a gray smoky eye like this. Okay, this is looking very, very silver, and I just want to add a little bit of black, but nothing too much because it's ultimate gray. I definitely want to keep it a more gray look. So I'm going to take the black and add it mostly just on the outer corner. Just like that, only to give it a little bit of depth on this outer part and nothing too much, really keeping it very gray. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. So yeah, I think that is looking similar, so I'm just going to do the half cut crease on this outer part. I'm just going to take a little bit of the darker gray, and I'm going to take that palette down for now, and I'm going into the Tammy palette for the Golden Sands shade, and I'm going to pack it all over the cut crease. This is probably my favorite shade of this palette. And just like I blended in with the gray, I'm going to blend out with the yellow. And I'm just using the brush I used for the gray to kind of blend them together. Just go a little bit kind of back and forth with one brush and the other one. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. This area is kind of a fade between one shade and the other. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, and now for the rest of my upper eye, I think I don't want any eyeliner. Again, just keep the gray and not too dark towards black. So I'm going to take only some black on my waterline. I'm using the Kiko Everlasting Kajal, and for mascara I will be using the NYX Under Eyes Volume Lift Mascara. This has become one of my favorite mascaras overall. Okay, so the focus of these types of looks is definitely on the eyeshadow and on the lips, perhaps a little bit more, but my base is kind of completely irrelevant for this look, so I'll be doing that off camera, and then I'll come back to finish the eyes and also to do my lips. Okay, so now that I look like I have been sleeping 8 hours, I'm going to finish this eye. I've actually already finished this one, and just for reference on my face, I have used the Primark Vitamin Primer, just a little bit. I used the XX Revolution Glow Foundation, the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Concealer, and the Kiko Invisible Touch Powder. For bronzer, I used the Revolution Reloaded in Take a Vacation, and my blush is also the Revolution Reloaded in Ballerina. And for highlighter, I used the Self palette, and I used the gold highlighter, and I also took it a little bit on my brow bone. So what I did for the lower lash line, I started with this palette, and I'm going to take the darker gray close to my lash line, and I'm also going to take this one. That is the one I used to do the transition, just to blend a little bit under it. This part I cleaned it up with a makeup wipe. And I'm sort of leaving this inner part a little bit more empty. And that is it for this palette. Now I'm taking again the yellow shimmer from the Tammy palette, and I'm taking it right in this inner part. It's going to end up a little bit covered with the other shade, but just kind of connects. Okay, and the angle might have changed a tiny little bit because I had to change my battery, but as you can see, this shimmer, it's just a little bit. And now for the inner corner, I'm going to take the yellow from the Nikki palette and really just pack it on the inner corner. Now these are two very different shades of yellow, and I probably would change my mind on this, but I have committed to this eye, so I'm doing the same thing on the other one. And actually this is very, very similar to the Illuminating Pantone, so I definitely wanted to include this, and I think the pop of yellow in the inner corner definitely makes this look very different. So I'm just taking the Kiko Everlasting Kajal on my waterline, and again the mascara. And for my lips, I was actually not very sure what I wanted, because I have the Kiko Instant Color Matte in the shade 14, but this is kind of a gray-green mix, and this might be a little bit too heavy for this look. So I thought with the yellow and gray, it is nice to have something very light. So I'm thinking about a nude gloss, so I'm taking the Beauty Bay lip gloss in the shade Slippers. Yeah, I think this looks very nice and fresh with this sort of more smoky eye. And to set my makeup, I'm using the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Okay, so this is the finished look. Let me give you a close-up of the eyes. So this is what the eyeshadow turned out. I'm still not very sure on the inner corner yellow, but I definitely love this yellow shimmer with the gray. Given the fact that I'm not very used to having this sort of pearly transition color, I do usually prefer matte, but it is different. I really like how it turned out. And to be completely honest, I was very intimidated by the combination of gray and yellow, but actually I think I did pretty well. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what do you think of the eye look, and also if you think this gloss kind of pairs well with it. I'm definitely not sure about the inner corner yellow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you liked this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. This is actually the third year I'm doing the Pantone of the Year makeup. I've also done the Living Coral and Royal Blue, Classic Blue actually. So this is a once a year video, but I have done a playlist for it and I'll leave that on the side. So if you'd like to see other videos like this one, I have them every Saturday, and I also have under 5-minute reviews and some geeky content coming up, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that is everything for this one. Thank you so much for watching.